this is just a quick video about a couple of scriptures that are in the Bible. Revelation 6 verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And so Christ said obviously that yes, islands would be moved out of their places, just as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. And also we see in Jeremiah 25:32, King James Bible, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. Okay, so this is a word that's been confirmed to me several times now. It doesn't mean to say that God will drown the earth again, or the inhabitants of the earth, as he did in the days of Noah. So, there's a lot of things happened during the days of Noah. People's hearts were hardened towards God. People, even though they probably had a form of godliness, they denied the power. They were committing all types of sin. Not just sexual sin, but the spiritual sin, a whole number of sins. They were basically breaking God's commandments. And at that time, obviously, humanity would have been far closer to God, because there would have been a knowledge of God from Adam and Eve. It would have only been probably about, just over 1,000 or so years, over 1,000 years, to that actual event from Adam and Eve. So I think that the knowledge of God would have been still in the earth. Excuse me. And so yes, there has been many people I've spoken to that have had dreams that the city that they're staying in is going to be like tsunami, which is different from completely drowning all the peoples of the earth. But there is going to be a coastal event, as it says in Jeremiah 25:32. Okay, it's going to be a coastal event that's going to happen. It's going to be part of the end times scenario. And every island moved out of their place. And it was in the days of Noah, it said that the continents were far closer together. Continental drift obviously happened after the flood of Noah, and this is why the continents, you can see that, that this South America would have fitted in here somewhere. You can see there's a rough sort of joining there of the lands here. Maybe this island here maybe belongs in here. Maybe geologists can confirm certain parts of the land which belong to other parts. And so yes, I think that it's God's plan. Obviously we're talking about CERN, we're talking about people, including myself, having dreams of Australia moving north, which it obviously has. Islands moving out of their place. Okay. This Sicily being moved, small islands here, different islands being moved out of their place. Continents being moved. Okay. Now if this is CERN that's doing this, I don't know. But I think ultimately, they might be doing it for their own reasons, but ultimately I think it's God's plan for this to happen. And so, those that are denying the Mandela effect, whatever you want to call it, I don't mind what you call it, the quantum effect. These things were shown to me like when I was born again baptized. Now, how they're doing it, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that it involves angelic powers, which, unless you're actually from heaven, you've been to heaven, you don't know the extent of the power of God. You don't know the extent of God is obviously open to this, but what we're seeing is that it's CERN is literally involved in doing this. A lot of people speculate with this. And some Christians are even calling it the Jesus effect. They're not calling it the Mandela effect anymore, because they themselves have saw many changes geographically, historically, many things we've seen that God has shown them, yes, weren't like this before. And so I think that this is, yes, it's just began. the last 7 years, then you can review. Maybe like a little bit down the line, in a year or two, what's the Earth going to look like next year or in a couple of years? So yes, I do think there is some type of, you might call it an agenda, I don't know, but I think it's God's plan to bring the continents together just as it was in the days of Noah, and because there was no continental drift during that time. And so yes, God's scriptures there that speak about this, and I hope it strikes a few chords in people, truthful chords, and the fact that we should be waking people up that we're in the last days, and we should stop seeking your own will, stop trying to exalt your own agenda, your own self, and start realizing that there's a lot of things that's just not been shown to you, not explained to you. You haven't sought God enough. And I've made quite a lot of videos, obviously, like I speak to people, and I sort of get a word from God to make a video. So this is not about anyone in particular. Don't get all like upset like I'm picking on someone or whatever. This is just a general video for all Christians to be woken up and take these things to prayer. Alright, thanks a lot guys for listening. May the Lord bless you.
Oh, so you're Australian? I'll go around the other way. When I tap you on the shoulder, please state your name and where you're from.
My name is Shirley and I'm from Australia.
Shirley, from Australia, you say. Which part of Australia?
Melbourne.
And do you still live there?
Yes, I do.
Then why were you cagey about it when I asked you earlier? I said, are you Australian? You said, well, sort of originally. And then I said, where do you live? And you said, Melbourne. And I said, Melbourne, Australia. And you went, yes.
I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
And you still live there?
I still live there.
And you're shy about it?
No.
Melbourne's a great city.
I love Melbourne.
I experienced some of the worst withdrawal from drugs and alcohol I've ever experienced in Melbourne.
Sounds good.
It wasn't that good at all. It was horrible. I used to go to Fitzroy. You know Fitzroy? Are you from Fitzroy?
No.
And then I used to go down and hang out at St Kilda, the beach. You ever been down there?
Oh, no. Yes, of course I've been there. Oh.
Wait a minute. Are you really Australian?
Yes, I'm Australian.
I don't think you're... I'm going to do my Australian test. Where is this flag from?
Australia.
Ah, is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. But here's how you know, because of the big star underneath, right?
Okay.
Because in New Zealand, they don't have the big star underneath.
Okay.
But in Australia, that's right? In Australia, they've got a big one hanging down. But in New Zealand, they got nothing. None but little tiny hobbits jumping around. This show doesn't go out in New Zealand, does it? It doesn't? They're jerks in New Zealand, aren't they?
I can't say that.
No, I'm kidding. They're awesome in New Zealand. So what are you doing here then if you're Australian and you still live in Australia like you claim?
I'm visiting. I came here to see you. I haven't even been to see the big
Whoa. That's so damn gullible.
I've just arrived.
You've just arrived?
I haven't even seen the Hollywood sign. I've come straight here to see you.
Why?
Because I watch you every night.
In Australia?
In
I
Australia.
thought Australia was mad at me because I said something dumb about Canberra a couple of months ago.
Can you repeat it?
No, I certainly cannot.
Okay.
Anyway, all I was saying, I was only saying stuff I heard from Australians, that's all. Have you ever been to Canberra? Did you enjoy it? It's a great... What are you talking about? Canberra is a great town full of great amenities. I've never been to Canberra. I don't know. It's a great place, apparently. What do you mean there's nothing there? What do you mean there's nothing there? I mean, how can you have a town if there's nothing there? Is it just like a bit of outback or something? Just Parliament House? Have you got your new Prime Minister?
I don't know, actually. I've been on the plane.
You're not really Australian.
Has something happened while I've been on the plane?
I don't know. Has there? No, okay. Anyway, we're sending you to a restaurant. What? I went there last week. It's great. Yeah, it's a good restaurant. Yeah, I had to pay you.
Right.
Well, I'll come with you. Yeah.
Fantastic. I've got a date tonight.
Not after what you said about Canberra. We'll be right back, everybody.